RaceBot is officially counting down and underway. He has just hit go, and we are about to
RaceBot's
see
in
the
go
fun
mode.
actions. I know, right? The only thing that's consistently in go mode. Hashtag RaceBot. So, what are you calling for the first item? We're going to see some more vanilla actions from the mock droid. Wow. Morph ball.
Let's go for Spring Ball this time. Let's have a little fun.
I
Or
don't
you
know
know
why I
what?
brought up mock droids.
Mock droids? Maybe you were thinking of Mock Ball. Or
Probably.
Mocular degeneration. That's why Samus has visor.
Wouldn't that be molecular degeneration?
I was thinking of macular degeneration. My grandma has that, that's why I have to drive her to the eye doctor sometimes.
My apologies.
That's alright, it's not that far away. I don't have to drive for long. But thanks for your sympathy.
And here we go with the fall down the shaft, old mother brain, with
yeah,
Richman
already.
getting the moonfall.
Yeah. That's a recently discovered strat, less than a year old, and was first showcased during the summer speedrunning marathon in July.
Here we go. Are we going vanilla, or are we going to go with something special?
I want the first item to be like a reserve tank or X-ray scope that the runners aren't going to want to grab.
Wow.
But you always have to pick up the item on the left to unlock the item on the right, if I'm not mistaken. So it's be funny to put it as something that they don't want. And Alexa not too far behind, despite not having the moonfall controls. Richmond decides to go down. Yeah, I prefer Alexa's route here to get the major item first. Because what if it's high jump boots?
So Lexa is rewarded with charge for going straight to the right. Richmond picks up another 5-pack of missiles, and this is looking like pretty much almost all standard seeds as of late. Getting morph ball and charge in the ceiling, at least from the ones I've seen.
Ugh, I would love to have charge beam in the ceiling.
Hey, power bombs. Let's see if anyone goes unceremoniously far left.
Well, maybe not all the way. Maybe check the minor item. I would probably check the minor item. I mean, just in case that's the only spot to get super missiles this early, but it's not really likely. There are a ton of minor items they have available to them. They've got the old mother brain item in the floor. They've got 4 minor items in the Brinstar Reserve area, and then a minor item in the holy crap, there's a lot. Then there's 2 minor items in the Etikun area, one of which wouldn't be that far out of the way. Then there's another 2 minor items in Big Pink. Ooh, the 2 power bomb pack. You think Richmond will go for an early gauntlet here?
Definitely a good option where you have 10 of them, and you could definitely find something useful up there. You never know. Gauntlet has had some nice items, and Gauntlet has had some troll items not worth the effort. But here we go. Alexa is up above the ground first and is on her way, bashing through the pirates to open up the mother brain tank. But here comes Richmond again, having a 5 power bomb lead. Needs 5 more power bombs to not have to get ice. And supers.
Sort of ish. If you can do a really tricky, dumb if you practice it as much as I have, strat to get through Meridia. Otherwise, he will need ice or speed booster.
This is true.
15 power bombs will be the minimum that he wants to get through Torian to get through Metroids without ice beam, for sure.
We'll definitely see what Bomb Chorizo has in store up and coming in a minute, because there's been some wonderful items that he's had. Last match I had, he had the X-ray scope, so microwaves were available early on, but not until late in the late game.
You know, speaking of ice beam and the fact that the runners have charge beam already, I would love to see a nice little troll in forcing ice beam to get through worst room in the game. I mean, it would have to not give them high jump boots or vanilla bombs or space jump, but like, if all they get is charge beam and ice beam is the only option to get through worst room in the game, that would be pretty fun.
Hashtag low percent ice. Almost low percent ice. Alrighty, so we see Richmond's going off to the ship, possibly to save, refill, and hold on to his precious resources, and then attempt the gauntlet. Not a bad thing to do. Meanwhile, Lexa, for her troubles, finds in Terminator
High jump.
a really nice item for Richmond to have to make this jump up the gauntlet a lot easier. But we can see as Alexa, still not caring, plowing through these pirates, bodying the damage, running straight for Brinstar, and Richmond turning about. Here we go. Gets the jump up. Will this pay off?
Hype jump boots. Yeah, that's right.
Chances gauntlet could be the deciding factor. We are not 100% sure just yet, but we will find out as soon as Richmond gets to the end.
I think I don't think the logic allows it to be a suit, but I mean, it could very well be speed booster. I think
This
speed
is
booster
very
would be it would be the most significant item that could be there, I would say. It allows for much easier routing through Norfair. It allows you to get to a direct ship. Yeah.
And for the mock ball, the early mock ball, getting a super package, we have an energy tank and gauntlet, a regular missile, and screw attack by the Brinstar Reserve.
Yeah, screw attack's really nice to have this early. So Richmond is going to continue on to the left, get 2 extra minor items before finding that high jump boots.
Lexa almost had the swag roll out, but unfortunately did not get enough height to get underneath in time.
Oh, that's alright.
But gets a power bomb.
Power bomb pack. Get your Strambulance emotes ready, guys. Never mind. Oh, wow. 2 missiles.
Hey, it's 10 more missiles than you would have not had.
Yeah, everyone say hi to the Petroid in the top right corner of Lex's stream. I believe Mia FTW drew that. It looks like her work.
Which, by the way, for those that are still confused, Lexa's on the left. Anyways, with Lexa now descending down towards the Edikun pit to see what's behind the super door and possibly what's on the path, we have Richmond, who is now on the way. Did he actually stop and turn around for high jump?
Oh. I didn't think so. I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either, but...
We'll know soon enough, but...
Got grapple.
Nice, that'll let him get the item, the X-ray item, the easy way.
Ruh-roh, George. Chat confirming that Richmond has yet to go back to Terminator, so we're going to see how high he can actually get without the jump.
Yeah, so I think that we're running the tracker, so if we do miss something, chat, feel free to let us know. Thanks for calling out the screw attack that went unnoticed for a moment.
Sorry about that. I am attempting. It seems like someone keeps clicking it too, and I don't realize it. It could be us trying to out-click each other.
I don't know.
It's
That's
happened
the first
before.
time I clicked it.
And we got more supers in Big Pink, up to a total of 20 super missiles so far. We're almost got enough ammunition to take on Ridley right away.
Yeah, we're getting there. Let's see. Technically, 6,000, 4,000. One more regular missile pack would be enough, provided that they don't miss a single shot and get double hits on all power bombs.
Or if Wave Beam happens to show up. That would definitely make the fight against Ridley a lot better.
Oh, it's true. They've got charge beam. I mean, they could just go in 300 charge shots, easy peasy. No worries, dude. Just low speed it. Although in low speed, you would actually have 10 missiles and 10 supers and some power bombs. Oh, we missed the grapple beam. We didn't put the grapple beam up on the tracker. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, definitely no high jump boots for Richmond. So wall jumps make it painfully obvious. Painful because of the lack of high jump boots. Oh, high jump boots.
What was that charge, by the way? I'm sorry, I just got mildly distracted.
An E-tank? No, it's not. X-ray. Yeah, I'm just looking at the difference between Alexa and Richmond. Although Richmond also has side room. Yeah, X-ray. Okay.
It was X-ray. Thank you, Chad, for chiming in super fast.
What was behind the wave gate there? Is it a reserve tank?
Wavegate
That
was
Lexa didn't get?
a energy tank.
Why does Lexa not have an extra energy tank?
She only has 2. Remember,
Oh, because
Richmond
Richmond went to Gauntlet. Yeah. Got it.
But the
I'm
nice thing,
watching this
Lexa,
match.
last match did not have grapple to go through here. Must be very thankful right now to have both grapple and screw attack to make it through this section.
Still got to be careful though. Those spikes will do 60 damage without any suit upgrades.
Indeed, the last thing you want is extra unnecessary damage you can't afford to take, and we have Varia.
That's it. Go straight to Ridley. Don't even check any more items. Go.
Pretty much, right? We have the ability to withstand the oven. Might as well go for a dip. And besides, she has high jump boots, so all she would really need if she wants to be comfortable is maybe 200 extra energy and a couple things, and we could definitely take on Ridley no problem. One of those things being wave, and possibly, if not just wave, maybe just plasma.
Yeah, that would be even better. Be nice 600 damage charge shots. Would only need... No, 450, I'm sorry. Yeah, it would only need, what, 40 charge shots against Ridley there? Somebody made a dumb calculator.
Someone actually spent enough time to calculate this? What are you thinking?
Overthinking is more like it.
Not a bad thing.
Alexa's at least gonna head over to Kraid. Probably will do all of Norfair. Maybe or maybe not Crocomire, but gonna do all the other upper Norfair stuff. And lower Norfair,
Nice.
I mean, yeah, bombs. Eh.
Hey.
Those will get you out of, Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, when you have a limited supply of ammunition, such like power bombs, and you still don't have spring ball just yet, bombs is a welcome addition into your arsenal, just because it gets you out of those tight spaces, and you have a backup, oops, I need to get somewhere.
Yeah, I would say that the #1 significance of regular bombs there is going to be to get out of the screw attack room, and the first item to the left people normally get in lower Norfair.
And we have Richmond, who is now picking up his oven protection. Unfortunately, still not have the ability to do the Mario.
Oven, 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 oven.
Did you just think of that all by yourself?
Nah, I stole it from you. I'm sorry, I promised the fire marshal I wouldn't sing anymore.
Oh well. Well, as we see Richmond swinging back from his oven protection run, Lexa's going to the prom. But will Kraid join her? Find out in the next 30 seconds.
You know, it's... So, like, if Kraid's, like, if they miss a Kraid quick kill, that means, like, Kraid got stood up for the prom? Like, he went by himself?
Well, I mean, he went by himself, and if he gets put down right away, it means he was denied. So, either way, he's not going to prom.
Yeah, well, no stand-up glitch for Alexa.
And we have the energy tank and the containment. Thanks, Kraid.
Oh, so Alexa's going to the prom with Becky, okay. I didn't know that. Great comments, tag. How was your prom, Sacred Hoops?
Not to make it any more of a sour note, but I actually didn't go to prom because, long history of standing, I was homeschooled. That's okay.
I didn't go to my senior prom either. A bunch of friends and I just like went bowling instead. we dressed up in prom gear. Like we all dressed up in like suits and dresses and just like did the town. And so we went bowling. There's your wave beam you wanted, Zach. Sacred So yeah, we went bowling, and then we went to a sushi place. And then we went laser tagging, all in prom clothes. Went laser tag. It's great. Hey, yeah, Becky, if you, did Ditmook just come in the track?
Yes, he did.
Okay, awesome. And White Mage Becky, also thank you for, offering the track with us.
Thank you for everybody to assist with that, because honestly, everyone knows we kind of get too involved to actually pay attention sometimes.
Tuxedo laser tag, yeah, man.
Punishes the Nova.
Tagrineth high jump boots were in Terminator actually something that Richmond's gonna regret when he ends up going there on his way to Torian, I'm thinking. And then Wave Beam was at the Kraid E-Tank room, or as some people like to call it, the Frog Pocket. So Richmond will be picking that up pretty soon.
Richmond's definitely going to want to double back to Terminator ASAP though, because Lexa just picking up Speed Booster. This is going to be a great item for Lexa having high jump, but for Richmond having Speed Booster alone, yeah, he'll have the speed, but without high jump, his jumps are going to be a little bit wonky. And as you can see, Lexa blasting through here. Almost a completely nice roll through all the way through the tunnel to ice. Again, the wonders of Speed Booster when you actually find it within the first 20 minutes. And a Kappa tank.
Did you play Route Randomizer?
I have before.
Oh no, in Route Randomizer they're Franker Z's. It was the I think it was the old item rando, the Desi item rando? The Desi Rect item rando? It was Kappas for reserve tanks.
I remember in one of them it was Fantoon had Kappa Flames.
Yeah, that's Route Randomizer. In Route Randomizer, Fantoon's Flames are Kappas and Franker Z for reserve tanks. So this Route Randomizer is really cool. If you guys are watching the item randomizer where, you know, all the room layouts are the same, but the items are shuffled around. Well, in Route Randomizer, it just mixes rooms up. Like, it'll pick out like 10 rooms or 20 rooms or however many you set it for you to go through. You'll go through like, and it'll be set up most of the time so that you can only go in one direction, or if there's a side room, like there's an item in that room. But yeah, it just picks like so many rooms for you to just basically practice movement through with a random assortment of items. It's pretty cool.
That would be an interesting thing to see if someone actually take that out of its old, you know, graveyard and actually rebuild it and repurpose into, hey, gravity at the Norfair Reserve. So we're gonna have a quick, easy seed tonight where Norfair is showing some love. Yeah,
fortunately, that's gonna be huge for Richmond actually. The gravity suit will allow him to get in the lower Norfair without having to do some crazy tricks.
Yes, indeed. And again, having Speed Booster, well, soon to have Speed Booster, this should be an interesting way to finish things off. And we'll see if Lexa actually sticks around with Bubble Mountain here. Could check Speed Booster's alley to see if Speed Booster's hiding a possible beam upgrade at this point. Or
yeah,
if anything else reviews.
Yeah, sorry. But this is a good way to go because you can check the two major items and hope for a beam upgrade or space jump or something. And then you're actually really close to entering lower Norfair, like the any percent new route way. And speaking
and we got Plasma! Wow! We got CW Pay!
Yeah, I think the most important item to find right now is Ice Beam, actually.
That's actually the most important thing that would be of use, and maybe a couple extra energy tanks just to make it through, because we have all the suits for our resistances. We just need a little bit more damage so we can tank some things and possibly do stand-up glitch. But at this point, this run is pretty much almost but done. Item-wise, folks, the race is far from over.
Lex chips over a super missile pack. Wonder if she meant to pick that up.
Hey, you can never have enough supers. And another Kappa tank.
Someone drank the juice.
Just to recap everybody, High Jump was at Terminator. Richmond went to Gauntlet early after getting a second pack of power bombs by going to the left of Morph Ball, and has yet to touch Terminator. Meanwhile,
is this timer really at 19 minutes? Are we only 19 minutes into this
Your timer is not wrong, and just for a more official update, it has only been 19 minutes and 57 seconds and counting upward since we've said go in RaceBot. So yes,
Wow.
we're 20 plus minutes into this seed, and we are absolute go mode minus a few major things. So if you're just joining us, I tell all your friends to drop what they're doing and watch now. And order a pizza, because you're going to want something afterwards.
Order pizza? What is this, an RBO run?
Sure.
Alright, so Lex is doing a cool trick here where if you're in water or in lava and you start a jump and then pause it right as you're leaving the ground, you can turn off gravity suit and you'll get a really high jump up in toward the top of the water like Lexa showed just now. Richman's going to be doing the same thing but without high jump boots, so he won't jump quite as high. He might have to do some wall jumps at the end of it, but actually,
yeah, this bomb jump up's being a little bit difficult on Richmond.
That's the lack of high jump boots biting him in the butt right now.
Very hard, and then it's an unfortunate thing too, because with high jump he could get the height and distance he needs. He has speed booster, which unfortunately with it equipped, I still think it is equipped, it is making his jumps a little bit shorter because it's going a lot longer distance. But he eventually gets the run through. There we go.
Depends. Yeah, you'd have to run a longer distance to get the speed back up. Like, speed booster makes you run faster, but it actually slows you down initially before it speeds you up. So there's the ice beam.
And there is
Holy
ice
moly,
beam.
guys. And here's another thing, Lexa can get out of this room without doing an IBJ. Yep, all she has to do is so with the combination she's got right now with high jump boots and speed booster and screw attack, she can just make this jump up here. Boop. And Richmond's gonna have to do another infinite bomb jump to get out of there.
Yes, he is, unless he's willing to sacrifice ice for right now with the fact he has the 15 power bombs, which is going to have to be a tactical decision he makes now. It's a decision he has to make and be prepared to stand with, because at this point, Lexa could fly through the rest of this game within the next 20 minutes. It is possible.
Well, Richmond's going to have to decide that before knowing that ice beam is down there, so
that is
he
true.
would have to save it, go check it, and then decide it's not worth the IBJ to get out, which I don't think is going to happen. Oh, wow. So, speaking of rooms he'll have to IBJ in, this room that Lex is in right now, we call worst room in the game. So, and sorry for the use of abbreviations, but IBJ stands for Infinite Bomb Jump. Basically, if you morph and you time your bombs just right, you can keep bouncing up in the air as high as you need to go, as long as nothing's in your way.
And for explaining one thing, screw attack does not give you any extra height or distance. This is not like, a hack that actually wants to edit that. Hashtag redesign. Hashtag not a good hack. But screw attack gives you pretty much an invisible screw attack, which lets you go through enemies. That's it. And you can break certain blocks. Bar power bomb ones. And speed boosters.
Well, the power bombs, it actually doesn't break through shot blocks. Like the ones that look cracked, like the ones that look like igneous rocks with like the bubbles on it that you use bombs for, it breaks through, but not the cracked shot blocks. But that's why screw attack was important for getting out of that screw attack room that Lexa was in, because it breaks the blocks as she jumps up there. So Richmond, all too happy to see that gravity suit there, and can use grapple beam actually to get across to... Wait. Did he already do, like, the wave beam area?
Yes, he did just come back from wave beam. It was a Kappa tank.
Right. I was curious why he went right first, especially if you're getting over with an infinite bomb jump. Oh, that's right. He was able to get through with speed booster and just wall jumps. But after he wasn't able to get the infinite bomb jump.
I think he stuck with going right just because he was able to get onto the wall that way and was not sure what could be over there. He is probably looking for high jump as Alexa starts the fight with the Raging Dinosaur Space Pelican.
Raging Dinosaur Space Pelican?
Well, look at him. He's a dinosaur, a space pelican.
Out handsome.
Man. Okay, you want to date that? You date that. I'd rather date Fantoon before I date Ridley. At least I'll know.
Really?
I'm going to stop myself right there, actually.
I'm not... I mean, I don't have plans to hook up with Ridley, but Fantoon, really? NES
Things
Ridley is bae.
I can't say because PG. Although someone in chat has just said.
White Mage Becky, shout out.
And down goes the mysterious flying space pelican that just wants love.
All I said was, don't get it.
And Spazer.
Don't get the silly beam. We want to date them. Yes, paleontologists love to date dinosaurs. Well, I'm a paleontologist and I want to date them, but Sacred is just a carbon copy.
I'm sorry.
Me too. I'm very sorry.
No, I'm sorry because I unfortunately for most other people, I actually have background commentary. So when I say something, you guys don't always automatically react, but I have someone that will constantly react. I love it though. I love
Your
my
daughter?
wife. My daughter will say whatever she wants when she wants.
I'm a poopy face. What did she just say?
Alright, so we have Richman here, who, again, has just... looks like he's climbing through the worst room in the game? Yes, he is.
Yeah, and like I said before, actually, did he get the ice beam?
I don't think he got Ice Beam. Can someone in chat confirm for me real fast?
Because if he had ice beam, he's basically in the situation that said I wanted to see in the beginning, except he can infinite bomb jump here. I think ice beam might be a little easier.
He does not. Ice was actually over by the backside of Golden Chorizo as the reward.
Yeah.
So, this is...
I hate to say, without the high jump boost, he doesn't have the easy way out.
I hate to say it like this, because this could possibly damage something for Lexa within the next 5 minutes, because this is just how it goes. Quoting up the commentator's curse, but it's not so much as a commentator's curse as Murphy's Law coming in to say, hello, let's make you right. Richman not having high jump is just a poetic callback to Lexa suffering to get through to the other side of the room where X-Ray is and dying twice and not getting the payoff for it. Whereas Richman in the last match got the biggest payoff in the universe. But still, we still have a lot of match left to play. We still have 2 bosses. We still have our friend the frying shrimp to deal with. And we still have everyone's favorite gas bag, Fantoon, hogging all the power.
They're all gonna be microwaved.
Oh yes. Extra crispy microwave.
Food doesn't get crispy in the microwave. It's hard.
I don't know. I just made this wonderful thing. It was a cake in a mug. So delicious. So juicy. Not juicy. I know I'm going to get in trouble for saying this word, but unfortunately it's the only word to describe cake, ladies and gentlemen. That cake was moist. Back on and running, Richman now going down to fight Ridley, as Lexa is now inside the powerbomb tube, cracks open, and is heading on up.
You should have said was, anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist.
I got in trouble for singing earlier.
You know what moist reminds me of? It reminds me of Randall from Recess.
You know what moist reminds me of? A delicious piece of prime rib. Lexi here. Beautiful speed boost.
I wouldn't call my prime rib moist unless I was soaking it in au jus, which is often my want.
How else would you eat prime rib? Well, maybe
with Cabernet.
Exactly. I was gonna say maybe covered in a whiskey barbecue sauce, but yeah.
Ugh. Sorry. I'm really judgmental about the way people eat prime rib because I work in a restaurant.
I do too, man.
First of all, don't cut off the fat and set it to the side. The fat is delicious. Eat it.
Yes.
Okay. Second of all, don't order it above medium. I mean, even medium was like, it's okay. Third of all, don't ever put any kind of like steak sauce or anyway. I mean, where I work, we serve it with au jus, which is really good, and a creamy horseradish sauce. So here's how you want to eat your prime rib: you cut off a little piece and you soak it in au jus for a minute. And after it gets nice and au jus-y, then you dip it in the creamy horseradish sauce, and put it in your mouth, and then take a sip of Cabernet. And just let it sit there for a moment. It's really good.
To bring us back to the game for a moment, because the food is starting to make my mouth water just a little bit too much. We saw Lexa, pun intended here, trimming the fat that was the sea snake batoon, blowing past the validation. Might go back for it, we'll see, but Springwell is on the outside. Meanwhile, Richmond had a wonderful fight with Ridley and is now beginning to send back out of the oven into the freezer.
Someone in chat just mentioned Pittsburgh Rare, and Pittsburgh Rare is great for most steaks that you grill, but you know, a slow roasted prime rib that takes 8 hours to make, I wouldn't Pittsburgh it, but
Exactly.
But yeah, I love myself a Pittsburgh Rare fillet.
By the way, I want to apologize for this food dive in. It's literally my fault for mentioning you should probably get a pizza. Alright, Alexa, now on the way back out of the fish tank. With
I don't
Richmond
know,
coming
man.
back
I'm
in the
not
oven.
a cook. I'm a waiter. I don't know how they do their magic. Oh, nice deboost from Lexa.
Yes, indeed. And both players still running with just 499 energy, but again, they have both suits, so it's not too much of an issue.
Now, Buzz Monkey, I do want to address this real quick. So, you know, we don't want to just like fly through all the strats because some people, you know, haven't been watching Super Metroid as long or Item Randomizer as long. He calls out the Yellow Devil pause trick. Which he's referring to a strat that you can abuse. You can abuse a glitch in Mega Man 1. It's actually basically the same thing. So what you do is you have a projectile that's kind of hovering over the enemy, and then you pause it. In the case of Super Metroid, you pause it with X-ray scope. It will reset the invincibility frames of the boss while the projectile is floating over him, and one shot can hit him 7, 8, 9, 10 times. So yes, it was the Yellow Devil pause trick in a nutshell. Why were we talking about prime rib?
We started talking about prime rib because I brought up ordering a pizza, and then we just dived off onto how I had a delicious moist cake cup, and then we went into prime rib.
Oh yeah,
And
that was
Seffy
your
Fish is
fault.
left alone by Alexa. Shout out to Seffy Fish.
I thought his Seffy was a goldfish with a thinking emoji spliced in. Lexa on his way to the fourth and final boss, and you'll see that microwave strat again, most likely. It can be done against Fantoon, but you have to change his state by shooting with a missile first. So as long as Lexa knows how to do the strat, we'll see another. This chat called it Yellow Devil pause trick. Yeah, there's all the Seffy emotes coming out. Seffy linking.
And a nice little goof spark into the ceiling by Alexa there. Wanted to go straight forward through the moat. Boom.
Are Metroids tasty? I guess they would taste similar to like jellyfish?
And I was about to say,
With meatballs inside?
I don't think you could really call that meatballs inside the Metroid there. You'd be equivalent of a cannibal and a zombie at the same time if you were to eat a Metroid, because you'd be eating living flesh,
What?
and then you'd be eating brain.
What?
It's its nervous
How does
system.
that make me a cannibal? I'm not a Metroid. The secret's out, guys. I'm a Metroid. Don't tell anybody.
Metroids are humans too.
Oh.
And Richmond lining up to fry in the microwave another sea snake. Sorry, Botwoon. You're short-lived.
Hot Pocket.
By the way, did we confirm or deny that Lexa validated the run?
I don't think she did.
Aww. Why does nobody like Spring Ball? Spring Ball is awesome! You know what?
I mean, honestly, I would get it just so that I could do Blue Bomber in the escape.
I'm gonna make a hack one of these days that requires you to get Spring Ball and be stuck in Spring Ball and be able to kill all the bosses with bombs and power bombs. Boom. And for those wondering
So
in chat,
Lexa
what is...
apparently... Okay, Lexa's setting up the microwave now. Just missed it on the first round, but she knows what she's doing.
There we go. Microwave Ghost. And for those wondering what validation of the run is, it's a running meme that happens in a lot of the games. For example, ALTTP, there's the last chest in the Tower of
The
Ganon
last
after
chest
Mordor.
droid is in captivity.
Yep. And for Metroid, it's Spring Ball. Why? Because Spring Ball is so rare.
It's not like... It's not a spring like the Fountain of Youth is a spring. It's not that rare.
Okay, come on. Spring Ball is not that rare. The Fountain of Youth is rarer than that.
That's what I just said.
It sounded like you were saying that Spring Ball was rarer than the Fountain of Youth. That's what I swore I just heard, I swear.
I've been known to err from time to time, but...
I think we might actually see a
Rare
nice
like my
sub 45 coming up if Lexa can haul some arse back to the ship.
Richmond looking for Ice Beam.
We know where it is.
Basically, just unfortunately for him, he could just get out of there with a Shine Spark, I would think.
He could, and he's trying to gravity jump. Unfortunately, he can't do that because he does not have high jump.
I'm trying to think if he needs to Shine Spark. Without high jump boots, he might actually have to Shine Spark. There, you got it.
There we go.
The closer you pause it, the closer that your pause time where you lose control of Samus is... Lexa, if you had grabbed Spring Ball, you could have done a really cool strat there.
I know, right? Could have done a Slinky.
But when you're doing that gravity jump like you saw the runners do to get through the lava dive, like you just saw Richmond do to get out of the Dragon room, the closer your jump input is to when you lose control of Samus, the higher up she'll jump. So there are many levels of gravity jump, but yeah. Alright, so Lexa entering G4, or Torian already, and because there's no G4 animation in this. Richmond on his way to Fantoon still, so... And he did not validate, I just saw that Spring Ball over his head there. So, Richmond will get high jump boots, though. That's the upshot of all this. Richmond will grab high jump boots on his way to Torian, and I would just love to be in his room right now to see his reaction. Not like in a creepy way, like I'm in his room, but like...
It's a little late for that one, Cross. I hate to cut you off on that one, but it went beyond creepy already. As Lexa, plowing through the Metroid rooms, is on Metroid Room 4, almost 40 minutes in, up to the baby Metroid. We'll hopefully see a baby skip. Again, having 499 energy total, 25 supers to the tank. Gotta play really careful in this section.
Why did Richmond turn off Speed Booster? How to do a gravity jump? I mean, honestly, he should just go down to the floor and Shine Spark. Oh, he knows what he's doing. I'll give it to him. But I think just running along the bottom and doing a Shine Spark, the way Lexa did, is good.
The Shine Spark would have probably been the better choice. If he could have timed a super to glide up with him as he Shine Sparked, he could have hit the door and possibly slide through. I know Lexa set up for it by actually shooting the door on the way by. And speaking of Lexa, here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 rotations going so far, trying to clear out all the path. 5, 6, doing a wonderful job dodging this baby Metroid, trying to get the skip.
Nice.
In the hole she goes. Excellent job by Alexis. Or Alexa, rather.
Alexis.
She's a fancy car now. Meep meep. I mean, she's moving fast enough. Might as well be.
Meep, 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 yeah. See, I said meep instead of beep so that I wouldn't get sued by... Who owns that song now? Michael Jackson's estate?
Technically, the Beatles made it first. I don't know who owns the actual rights to it now, but... Meet
Well,
me,
Michael
baby.
Jackson bought the rights to all the Beatles songs. I mean, before he passed away, obviously. So, but I don't know who's got it now. Or it could be Cephalon's little frog in the car. Bep bep.
Lexa here, getting the Ice Zeb skip, starts freezing the Rinkas, and opens up a can of whooping it on the mother brain.
Well, notice Alexa's health right now. She only has a tiny bit of wiggle room, a single catch-up beam.
Oh yes, a single catch-up with no save prior to coming here. I'm sorry to cut you off, but just to point out, this is a very dangerous situation for Lexa. Cannot afford to take a single catch-up at all. Has to be careful of every onion ring, french fry, and cheeseburger that comes out, because one hit could spell the opportunity for Richmond to take this
even even getting hit by those blue onion rings there's a chance of getting a triple hit and taking 120 damage. Or do they do 20 each?
I think they do about 35 apiece, so altogether the combination would be 120, like you originally said. But she thankfully makes it past it. And Lexa did save, okay.
I know Lexa ran past the ship, I didn't see where she saved. So Richmond possibly doesn't know that he can microwave Phantoon, but he's done.
And the Metroid coming to save Lexa as Richmond's Phantoon blows up.
Yeah, both runners are fixing to get a sub-hour at least. It's been a pretty generous seed, honestly. She saved just before Mother Brain. Oh, now you tell me. I wonder if Richmond will still look for Ice Beam in Wreck Ship.
At the moment, for those wondering about it in chat, because this is a very real possibility, Lexa could possibly take number 2 or number 3 at the moment of this run for the fastest clear in this race. Just what an interesting seed it's been. Richmond still, again, looking for Ice Beam, desperately checking everything, finds another energy tank, and passes it up. And the current record is being held by Zosti at 43 minutes and 12 seconds. Boom. And I call it subtle irony that my daughter is crying because the baby Metroid just blew up.
Pwee! Pwee! Did you guys all saw that article, right? The article for the release of Samus Returns. They had an interview with the guy that did the sound engineering for this game, and he straight up said Pwee, P-W-E-E. That is the canon name of the sound that the baby Metroid makes.
P-W-E, Pwee.
P-W-E-E, Pwee!
Now I actually want to talk to the people at Final Fantasy to say exactly what the Chocobo is saying, because I honestly think it's Kwee!
Wark. No, it's Wark. What are you even talking about?
Alexa, on the escape. Here we go.
Yep, canon onomatopoeia. That's right. But will Alexa save the animal?
But yeah, shoutouts to Richmond here. Alexa making great time to get through this, but Richmond is definitely going to be on the leaderboard.
There it is. There's the high jump for Richmond.
And he is probably...
Track it up. Make it official. Stick that on the tracker.
He's probably a little bit seething, and just because of that.
A little bit seething.
Is going to make the fastest loss as soon as Lexa checks in here, but what a run!
Still made it a close race without high jump boots. I mean,
seriously, like to be entering Torian right now as Lexa is approaching the ship. That is just fantastic in itself. Lexa has touched the ship. Says this seed OMG with a dot done and an official SRL time of 44:13. This will give her the second fastest time in the tourney, and with a 1 minute and a 0.1 second difference from the first place time of Zost, which was 43:12.
Wow.
Like that close of precision, all decided by the seed, and it was sub 45. Wow! And now we move on to Richman, who is in the third Metroid room. Again, does not have Ice Beam, so he has to stack the Metroids, but has to be very careful here.
He's gonna watch
Running
his
extremely
health,
low
but
energy.
he can avoid damage simply by doing spin jumps and using screw attack. Like, even if you have a Metroid latched onto you, if you have if you have screw attack activated, even while being latched on, you will avoid the damage. Likewise, if the Metroids are taking damage from the power bomb, you won't get hurt either. Alright. Looking good.
There we go.
Just has to not idly take damage from the side hopper and the baby room.
Thankfully, it has 119, so if the Metroid does latch on, it will be a very quick and painless attack, but he is prepping to take 19 damage. Has to be careful there.
Sheesh. He knows what he's doing.
I know, but still, runners, please do not scare commentators like this.
Wow, it doesn't even wait for the baby to drop down on him. He just like jumps into his yapping maw.
Ladies and gentlemen, clip this. That is the next Jesus right there. The second coming of Super Metroid Jesus, willingly sacrificing himself to the Metroid just to get it over with that much faster.
I was like, don't forget to refill.
Yes, seriously.
Like, wait a second. If he had Ice Beam, he'd be able to do a Crystal Flash here. Oh well.
So
Oh,
the
he
only
wouldn't
thing
be this low on... Oh, I guess, I don't know. He might have gone for Baby Skip if he had Ice Beam.
And Space Jump was at the reserve and wrecked ship. Nope, wait, yes, I read that right.
Yeah, and congratulations also to Richmond for putting on a really good run.
Yes,
Make sure you give him a follow as well as our Victor Lexa here. Yeah, there's a chat command in there. Yeah. So yeah, make sure you give these guys a follow. I mean, Richmond just blew through this seed despite not having high jump boots, and that was super impressive.
And he's setting it up. We're gonna see if it's gonna happen here. It's going for the speed booster.
Yeah, he's got enough ammo that he can just blast through those appetites. But
He sticks the dismount.
Alright, and Deer Forces for Alexa. Missed it, but sorry. You all got it. My man, chat, what's up?
And we got a 29% clear from Alexa. As we go into Richmond's fight against Motherbrain again, we have to be very, very careful here. Again, a catch-up could spell disaster.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Indeed, shoutouts to people that are actually following people while the race is still running. It's because of people like you that these people
he
come
used
back.
his screw attack to avoid the damage from the ketchup beam there.
Ow!
Oh man, that was intentional, dude. You gotta pull yourself down to 310.
Uh-huh, sure. Let's survive with 10 energy. Next time, how about we survive with 1 energy? Just for showmanship. And now intentionally delaying.
Yeah, in order to end with 1 energy, you just have to. Oh, he killed himself. Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
He just put in, he quit from the race.
goes out with a
Oh.
bang. Power bang.
Went out with quite a bang. He went out with a rainbow beam of desserts. But
Yeah, what a
nonetheless,
true showmanship. Just, just gotta, doesn't want to kill the animals. Just wants to leave them to their fate of, I don't know. I guess you save the animals if you don't blow up the planet.
nah.
Well,
If you
with
don't
this
save the
ending, I
animals, you don't
think,
save the animals.
but he saved, but no, he didn't blow up the planet, so he saved the animals, which I believe is canon because of Metroid Fusion, right? So
Well, if that's the
dying the
case, Samus
mother
should be dead in
planet.
Fusion.
But yeah, Samus is dead in Fusion. Her ghost is haunting the space station.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it's been a while since I played that game, so I may be a little fuzzy on some of the details, but I remember there being a Sax. Samus is short for, Sax I think was short for Samus Apparition X, because she's a ghost, right? Anyway, so just to wrap up here, this again was a loser's bracket game 3 match between LexausaurusRex and Richman3mm. So Richmond is unfortunately eliminated. Definitely put on some great shows for us. Give him a follow. And LexausaurusRex will be moving on to face basically the top runners in the world at Super Metroid. So good luck to her as she continues her battle in the losers bracket here.
Meanwhile, if you're starving for action, don't fret. We have a whole calendar set up for you, and we have an exciting setup for tomorrow. Tomorrow at 4 p.m., again, we have Mumu Diddy versus Matric 2298 in Game 3 because they went to 1-1 today. Also at 9:30, we will have Balthazar versus Straveris, and if you're not watching that, you're crazy.
Yeah, I think we're.
Additionally, sorry.
Oh,
One last thing. Additionally, on Saturday, we will also have games 2 and 3 of Belzevar versus Strelveris if they actually go that long. Again, those will be at 3 and following right afterwards.
and I think going on right now, there's still a match of the Earthbound Bogey % tournament. So if you are a fan of Earthbound, as I myself am a fuzzy pickler, definitely stick around because we're probably going to be putting up a host for Speed Gaming 2 in just a minute after we wrap things up here. And I will go ahead and let my friend Sacred Hooves send us on home.
I like sending us home. But again, thank you to everyone who watches, because without this, we'd have nothing to entertain. Thank you to Lexa and Richmond for racing, Feasel and Mythical for, being hosts on Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 for everyone in SRL. And additionally, you, the fans watching. Without you guys, we didn't have the ability to tell you to see us next mission.
Bye.